Hello students. Now we begin Unit 1, Introduction to Decision Support Systems and Business Intelligence. And I want you to stay fully focused and excited because these are the most important and most predicted questions for your semester exams. I am guiding you in a smooth, clear, and energetic way, just like an experienced lady teacher teaching in a classroom, so that even a 10-year-old student can easily understand every concept. We start with the question, define a system and explain the concept of decision-making in organizations. A system is a group of interrelated components that work together to achieve a common goal. In organizations, decision-making means selecting the best possible option from available alternatives to solve problems or achieve objectives. Decisions are taken at different levels such as operational, managerial, and strategic levels, and they directly affect the performance and success of the organization. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, representation of decision-making process. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain the representation of decision-making process with block diagram. The decision-making process can be represented as a sequence of steps. If I explain the block diagram in words, imagine a flow starting with problem identification, then moving to data collection, followed by analysis of alternatives, then evaluation of options, and finally selection and implementation of the best decision. Each block feeds information to the next, creating a logical flow of decision-making. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, evolution of information systems. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain the evolution of information systems leading to decision support systems. Information systems evolve over time to meet growing organizational needs. Initially, systems focus on basic data processing. Later, management information systems provide summarized reports. As decision-making becomes more complex, decision support systems emerge to provide analytical models, simulations, and interactive tools that help managers make informed decisions. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, Simon's decision-making process. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, state and explain with example stages of Simon's decision-making process. Simon's decision-making process consists of intelligence, design, choice, and implementation stages. Intelligence involves identifying the problem. Design focuses on developing alternatives, choice selects the best alternative, and implementation puts the decision into action. For example, a company identifying low sales, analyzing solutions, choosing a marketing strategy, and applying it follows these stages. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, stages of Simon's decision-making process. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain the 4 stages of Simon's decision-making process. The 4 stages work together in a continuous cycle. Intelligence identifies problems, design develops solutions, choice selects the best option, and implementation executes the decision. Feedback from implementation may restart the process for improvement. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, schematic view of decision support system. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, draw and explain schematic view of decision support system. If I explain the schematic view in words, imagine a system where data sources feed into a database, models are stored in a model base, and a user interface connects users with data and models. The decision maker interacts with the system to analyze data and generate decisions. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, decision support system and its components. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain decision support system and its components. A decision support system is a computer-based system that helps decision makers solve complex problems. Its components include a database for storing data, a model base for analytical tools, a user interface for interaction, and users who make decisions using the system. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, development of decision support system. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, Explain the development of a decision support system. Developing a decision support system involves identifying decision needs, collecting relevant data, designing models, building user-friendly interfaces, and testing the system. The goal is to support better and faster decisions. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, decision-maker strategies. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain common strategies and approaches of decision-makers. Decision-makers use strategies like rational decision-making, intuitive decision-making, and collaborative decision-making. They may rely on data analysis, experience, or group discussions depending on the situation. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, business intelligence definition. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, define business intelligence. Business intelligence refers to technologies and processes used to collect, analyze, and present data to support better business decisions. It transforms raw data into meaningful insights. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, architecture of business intelligence. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain architecture of business intelligence. If I explain the architecture in words, data is collected from multiple sources, stored in data warehouse, processed using analytical tools, and presented through dashboards and reports to business users. This architecture supports informed decision-making. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, stages and benefits of business intelligence. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, what are the different stages and benefits of business intelligence? Business intelligence stages include data collection, integration, analysis, and visualization. Benefits include improved decision quality, faster response time, better forecasting, and competitive advantage. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, buy versus non-buy decisions. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, what are the advantages of making decision using business intelligence over making decision without business intelligence? Using business intelligence provides data-driven insights, reduces guesswork, improves accuracy, and supports strategic planning. Without business intelligence, decisions rely on intuition and incomplete information. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, data information and knowledge. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, write a short note on data information and knowledge with example. Data consists of raw facts, information is processed data with meaning, and knowledge is understanding gained from information. For example, sales numbers are data, sales reports are information, and knowing which product sells best is knowledge. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, mathematical models in BI. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain role of mathematical models in business intelligence. Mathematical models help analyze scenarios, predict outcomes, and optimize decisions. They convert data into actionable insights using calculations and simulations. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, ethics in business intelligence. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, what kind of ethics are required in business intelligence? Why? Ethics in business intelligence include data privacy, accuracy, transparency, and responsible use of information. Ethical practices protect user trust and prevent misuse of sensitive data. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, future of business intelligence. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain previewing the future of business intelligence. The future of business intelligence focuses on real-time analytics, artificial intelligence integration, predictive insights, and user-friendly tools that empower all business users. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, better by user experience. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain crafting a better experience for all business users and end-user assumptions in business intelligence. A better by experience focuses on simple interfaces, interactive dashboards, and clear visualizations. It assumes users want quick insights without technical complexity. Now, let us move on to our next important topic, data setup for business intelligence. From this topic, we can expect questions such as, explain setting up data for business intelligence and business intelligence architectures. Setting up data for business intelligence involves data cleaning, integration, storage, and management. A strong BI architecture ensures reliable data flow and supports accurate analysis. With this, students, we complete Unit 1. And if you revise these concepts carefully and confidently, you are fully prepared to score excellent marks and build a strong foundation in decision support systems and business intelligence.